it was great while it lasted. Fuck it. But yeah. So, all right. Next topic. Recently released. Finally, for over like, I think it was supposed to come out like 2 years ago. But yeah, Black Widow released. We both seen it. What's your thoughts on Black Widow, the movie?
I like Black Widow. Like I've liked her since I first seen her in Iron Man. I thought she was pretty cool. The movie was better than I actually thought it was gonna be. I thought it was just gonna be like just Black Widow being like a spy. It's gonna be like a basic overall like plot. And then, well, what I just said it actually did happen in the movie, but like you get to learn more about her past, more about how she became who she is, and I always wanted to kind of know more about Black Widow. And if you're interested in learning more about her, like the movie's a great way to find out more about the character. And it was pretty funny. I didn't think it was gonna be like a funny ass movie. Like her sister, her stepsister in the movie, like that she was mad hilarious in the movie. Like the shit that she was saying.
I mean, it's a Marvel movie,
I want to know more about that Captain America Russian dude. He's like Red something, Red
Guardian.
Red Guardian. He's claiming that like he fought Captain America before.
Nah, he didn't though, because the timeline doesn't make sense because Captain America was in ice, so he was pretty much bullshitting the whole time.
Oh, okay.
But like, his character was made to be the Russian version of Captain America, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was a super soldier and all that. But yeah. So, what did you think about the movie?
Was that robot girl Taskmaster? That's crazy. I didn't even put the two together. I was talking to my boy about it. Like, was she copying people's fighting styles? Like, yeah, that's Taskmaster. I was like, that is. I wasn't 100% sure, but that's crazy.
So yeah, what you?
He was a dude.
Yeah. What'd you think about the movie overall? And because it's been almost a year and some change, coming up on 2 years that we haven't seen a Marvel movie. The last Marvel movie to release was Spider-Man: Far From Home. So, what do you think about the movie?
I think it was a good step in back. I mean, it didn't have to be. I feel like the movie didn't have to be super crazy because this is their first movie kind of back after like a hiatus. I thought it was pretty decent. I thought the overall plot, I felt like it was like a superhero Columbiana kind of. Like you kind of just learn about some girls, she's going through some hard times, and then basically her past is coming back to the future, and she has to face the person that basically changed her whole life. It was overall a good movie. I liked it.
The dope thing is that that mission that she when she killed the little girl. Well, obviously she's not dead, but they've been mentioning that mission since like Iron Man 2, like since she first appeared. Like it's been called like it's pretty much they say the Budapest mission, like her and Hawkeye did it together. So like they've been mentioning that mission for years now. So it was kind of dope to see it on screen and shit.
But it's messed up though. It's like, damn, she really killed the innocent girl. Like she seen her and she still killed her. I was like, damn, like she was really a savage.
Yeah. What would you? Obviously not rank it, but there's the high tier Marvel movies. There's the mid tier Marvel movies. The high tier Marvel movies like Endgame or like Winter Soldier, like, you know what I mean. The mid tier movies like Ant-Man and shit like that, and then like the low tier movies like Thor 2 and shit like that. What would you put it in those rankings?
I'll give it mid tier. I think Ant-Man is mid, but I think Ant-Man like Ant-Man and the Wasp, I think that's its low. Like I didn't like that movie.
That movie was not it at all. Like,
If you said it was fire, I'm like, damn,
Uh,
we just have something
that,
different.
that movie literally was used to set up the time travel aspect in Endgame. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that whole movie was a setup.
Yeah, I just didn't. I remember watching that movie. I just didn't enjoy it. It was kind of weird. It was just basically him. I don't even know what the movie was about anymore. Like,
it was mad forgettable, right?
yeah, it was mad forgettable. I think it was something about like turning a building into a small building and getting something from it. I don't know. I don't know.
That's all exciting because I recently watched it, but I high key fell asleep at the end because it was just so dry. It was pretty much it took place after Civil War, so Ant-Man was he was like under house arrest, like they were watching him because he was obviously in the fight, like, you know what I mean, he was on the opposite team. So they the plot of the movie was pretty much the original Ant-Man, Hank Pym, he was trying to find a way to get his wife because his wife was stuck in the, I forget what it's called, I think it's the Omniverse or something like that, the little verse. Yeah, she was stuck in there, and pretty much they were pretty much trying to go get her, just trying to save her. Pretty much that was the main plot of the movie.
Yeah,
and the villain was so unforgettable. Like, it was just not it.
Yeah. And what the hell was the villain trying to do? Just get the suit?
She was trying to cure herself because I guess her and her father were in an explosion, like it was called the quantum realm. Yeah. So she was in an explosion that had to do with the quantum realm, so she was like able to phase through shit. I think her name was Ghost, which is another race swap because in the like the cartoons and the comics, I'm pretty sure Ghost is a dude. So yeah, they swapped it, made it into a girl. She was just, even though she had pretty dope abilities, she was just really forgettable in the movie. Like, the whole movie was just forgettable. But yeah, so Black Widow. I had high hopes. I actually had high hopes for Black Widow, just because. Well, before the trailer, I didn't really care, but then once the trailer came, I was like, okay, it's kind of on some Jason Bourne type shit. And Taskmaster, like, what? We finally get to see Taskmaster. That's dope. Like, you know, but
did you know that was gonna be Taskmaster though before you even watched the movie?
Yeah, when I see the trailer, I knew it was Taskmaster.
Damn, I couldn't even tell. I thought it was just some random dude in a suit.
Nah, bro, come on, man. You know,
does the suit represent, like, you saw the suit?
Yes, I knew it was Taskmaster. Because even in the trailer, you see him whip out a shield. You see him do like the Black Panther claws. Like, you just see it. So
didn't he have a sword?
Yeah, he had a fire sword and shit. It was really cool.
Was the sword in the movie though?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it was. So yeah, after watching the movie, it was a solid movie. I feel the same way about Black Widow that I do about Loki. So the characters, the acting was good, the jokes were funny, the cinematography was good. Like, it was a solid movie. Like, but what makes me not like it is them pretty, like, this movie, just like I said earlier, this movie was used to set up the sister to become the new Black Panther, a Black Widow.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Which, it's not like I dislike that. It just kind of felt like the sister was the star of the movie. You know what I mean? And they used like Black Widow. I feel like this movie should have came out after Civil War. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there was no stakes in this movie because she wasn't gonna die.
Yeah, that's true.
you know she was gonna like she's and you didn't really. Yes, you learn more about her, but at the end of the day, I just felt like it didn't really matter. Anything that happened in this movie didn't matter at all. Like, you know what I mean? What's it called? And also, I really actually enjoyed like the first half of this movie. Like, I felt like, okay, I like the way they were headed. But I feel like it's more of a problem with Marvel than it is Black Widow. It just feels like this movie should have been way darker than it was. Like, it has to do with children soldiers, like, you know what I mean, like Russian spies and shit. Like this, and the intro credits of you seeing like the little girls fighting and training and shit. Like, I was like, whoa, this is dark as fuck. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and then like, and how like you see how when they're about to abduct in the beginning of the movie, they're about to abduct her little stepsister. She's like, bro, I went through that. I don't want her to go through that. Like, that's fucked up. But then they tranquilize her and they take her anyways. And it's like, bro, this is dark as fuck. Like, you know what I mean? Like this. And I feel like they just covered it with humor. Like,
isn't that what they all do?
That's what I mean. I feel like it's more of a thing with Marvel than it is a thing with this movie. Yeah. Like how it makes you want, like the movie itself makes you want to like the father and the mother, but they're actually like shit people. Like they're actually like like trash. Like, you know what I mean? Like like they shouldn't. None of them like regretted anything they did. Like, does that make sense? Like they were just like, bro, like you became a superhero. Like, what are you mad at? Like, you did your thing. Like, you know what I mean?
I feel like it was more so the father. The father didn't regret what he did.
I don't think the mother did either, bro. Like, she literally created the thing that mind controlled people.
But she was kind of forced to do that.
She wasn't.
She was scared of is it Hive? Is that his name, Hive?
No. I don't know his name, but no, she literally wasn't. Like the only thing that I guess she did help her defeat him, but she wasn't remorseful of anything she did. Like that scene at the table when they were all sitting down eating dinner, that should have been the scene where she was like, damn, like I really like fuck shit up. Like I fucked you guys' life up. Like pretty much. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm not your real mother. Like, yo, this shit is like when she was controlling the pig and shit, it kind of showed like, well, she's been doing this for years now. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
but I could have swore there was like a part in the movie where she was saying like she had no choice. Like at the end of the day, like she would have got like kind of like moved.
I mean, Black Widow would have got moved, but she escaped. You know what I mean? Yeah. And even all that aside, I didn't hear not one person apologize for what they went through.
Yeah, they never apologized. Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Some weird reasons, like they all loved each other in an odd way.
Well, yeah, because that was the only memory of them having a family that they had. Like, you know, either of them. Like, because none of them were related in any way. But, like, they spent years together being, like, a fake family in America. Yeah. Which, like, but, yeah. I just felt like the movie itself wasn't needed, but if it was to come out, I would have wanted it to come out after Civil War. Like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Because that's where the movie Civil War. Because that's where the movie takes place. So it kind of feels like they were like, oh shit, yo, we need to explain this bitch. Like, even though we just killed her doing some goofy shit. Like, you know, her death was the worst death in the Marvel universe. Like, her and Hawkeye were fighting to kill each other. Like, that shit was just so dumb. Like, and so, yeah. Also, Taskmaster. I have no issue with changing the race or the gender of a character, as long as it fits the plot of the story. I feel like it didn't. Taskmaster didn't stick the landing. Like one day that pretty much all the what she was feeling because she killed the little girl was just wiped away because she was still alive. So everything she felt throughout all the Avengers and shit, it was like, oh well, I guess I'm not that bad of a person because I killed. She's not dead. She's still here. So
I disagree with that. I feel like she should still feel bad because she still did it, even though knowing that she would have killed him.
But the weight of how she was explaining the mission was that like, yo, I did anything I could. I was willing to do anything to make sure that this doesn't happen to anybody else. So she literally murdered a little girl, and that's why I feel like out of all the characters, she stood on the line between hero and like villain pretty much, because she's murdered so many people that they kind of made it into like, I would say like a joke in this movie. Like, bro, she killed mad people. She's not a hero at all. Like, yes, she helped good, the way she walked, the way she fought. I was like, bro, that's clearly a dude. Like, they just, it kind of like they rewrote it just to be like, oh, nah, it's a girl, like, you know what I mean, just to kind of throw that like
face, kind of like,
yeah, like,
that is, if you're gonna put a girl in a movie, make own it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like, it just make it make sense. And like, also Taskmaster, no matter what people say, like I know like he's not like the most famous villain or anything like that, but he's a cool character, like, you know what I mean? The fact that he could, like, his ability is that he can copy everybody's like fighting style, so you would have to be able to go out of your way, like do something out of the ordinary to defeat them. I feel like they didn't do any of that. Like, they, like, Black Widow and her never really had a serious fight. Yeah,
it was more so like them falling off a plane.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Just kind of got lucky.
So what I would have rather them done is, yes, let the girl die and let Taskmaster, it could be a guy or a girl, doesn't matter, but let them be the head trainer in the Black Widow Academy or whatever it's called. Like,
yeah, I feel like she should have spoke more.
Anything. Like, she could have just done more. Like, they literally, I feel like they wasted the character just so they could save face for Black Widow. That makes sense. And even then, we barely really got to see her fight as like that. You know what I mean? There was a scene towards the end where Red Guardian was gonna fight Taskmaster, and they just cut away from it. We never got to see them fight ever.
Yeah.
And I feel like that would have been a dope character development for him, because he always wanted to fight Captain America. And the fact that that person can mimic Captain America's abilities, it would have kind of been dope for him to just to see what he could do. We never really got to see him do anything crazy.
Honestly, they made him seem like he was trash. Like, he was
literally like. Also, on top of that, I feel like the agenda in this movie is just like, yeah, girls can do anything they want, whatever, shout out to that. But they made every dude in this movie either a dumbass or a fucking villain. Like, you know what I mean?
I think the reason why they did that is because they were trying to show, like, they wanted girls to be the main focus of the movie. That's why I feel like, that's why when we were talking about the super soldier, I feel like that's why he didn't really get like a serious part, because they didn't want him to overshine, you know, Black Widow or anything like that.
But I agree with that, but I'm just saying, you can do that, like, big up girls and say you can do whatever you want without shitting on guys. Like the fact that The Red Guardian wasn't remorseful for anything he did. He was pretty much the idiot of the movie. Like they were roasting him. Or the other dude in the movie was the villain, and bro, we didn't even see his face till the end of the movie. Like he was just another dude in this movie. Like he was just fuck females. Like you guys are useless. I was using you guys to do this. It just kind of felt unnecessary. And to top all of it off, the movie, yes, it gave more backstory to Black Widow, but it just kind of felt too late. Like I just didn't care at all. Like I don't care about Black Widow, and the fact that the end credit scene is setting up the sister becoming Black Widow. Yeah, that's cool. Like I do want to see more of her. Like that actress is actually really good. She was in Midsommar. She was in a couple other good movies, but yeah, it felt so mid.
What happened in the end though? Was it just her becoming Black Widow, or something else happened after that?
The end credit scene was you remember in Falcon and Winter Soldier how there was this girl that popped up, like this agent. She had like little streaks of purple in her hair. Yeah. And she was talking to the fake Captain America. She was like, "Yo, I want you to join my team," or whatever. Mm-hmm. She pops up at the end of this movie, and she talks to the sister, and says, "Hawkeye is the reason why your sister's dead. So now, like, if you want to go kill him, let's go kill him." And it's kind of setting up because Hawkeye, he's getting his own TV series. Yeah. So it's kind of setting up that too. But yeah, it just kind of felt too little too late. Like I don't care. I just expected, seeing the trailer just made me expect more from the movie than what I actually got. And I felt like this, out of all Marvel movies, this movie would have done better with a darker tone than any of the other movies. You know what I mean?
I feel like Marvel's not into that. They're trying to keep it like family friendly kind of at the same time.
I don't know. Why even bring up children soldiers if you're not gonna get dark, you know?
Because that's part of Black Widow's character. I feel like if you didn't mention that, right? Like that would be kind of weird, right?
What?
Like, what would there be to talk about if they don't mention that? Isn't that like a character?
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Why even make this movie and like talk about the backstory of how, like, all that, and not even go into like how she is mentally? Like, you know what I mean? Like they didn't even. She didn't really express anything. Like, yo, bro, like I've been having anxiety because of all the shit I went through, and none of that. Like she was just in the movie just to be in it, just to set up the sister. Well, the sister got way more backstory. Like when she was crying, she was like, "Bro, you guys are the only family I ever knew." Like, you know what I mean? She got the best. She got the best one-liners. She had the best backstory. She had the most development in the characters. Like she was the main character in the movie.
Yeah, she was making everyone laugh. Yo, she was funny as hell, bro.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, she had some of the best action scenes. Like, I don't know. That's just my opinion for the movie, yo.
You know that's the girl from Midsommar, right?
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, Midsommar.
I wasn't expecting her to be like
I didn't know that was her until I watched like a review. I think Jeremy Johns, he's a reviewer on YouTube that reviews movies. And he said, like, yeah, that's the girl from Midsommar. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. Like, I didn't even know that. Like,
that's the first thing I know. But the reason why I probably know is because I watched the movie recently. And I was like, I looked at her like, yo, that's her from Midsommar. Like, why is she in this movie? I was like, oh, all right.
Yeah. Remember I told you to watch that movie? It was just, that movie was nuts. But yeah.
How do you feel like her accent? I feel like her accent wasn't really believable. Because sometimes she was...
You talking about her or you talking about Black Widow?
Her. I feel like sometimes, like, when she was speaking, it sounded like she was like from the U.S. And then sometimes she'll go back into her accent.
But the reason why I'm not harping too hard on that is just because, yeah, she has like an English accent, but she's also like an undercover agent. So of course, like you're gonna have to learn languages and accents and shit like that. So I wasn't expecting something crazy. Like even Red Guardian's accent wasn't the best, but it was believable.
Yeah.
But overall, the movie, yeah, I'd probably give it like a 6.5. Like, it was above average. Like I like the action scenes, and I like some of the characters, but I'll never watch this movie again.
I'll never watch it again. I don't think I wouldn't like force myself to watch it again. I wouldn't be like, oh, let's watch some Black Widow, but
Like if cause some people on the internet are like, they're like, if one of their friends never seen any of the Marvel movies, they'll watch it in actual order. Cause you know how the first Marvel movie was Iron Man, and then it goes Iron Man 2, and then some people will do for the first Marvel movie they'll see is Captain America, and then like Captain Marvel, and then like, you know what I mean, like the actual timeline order of the movie. I feel like putting this movie, if you erase the end, it would fit perfectly right after Civil War. Yeah, so it just kind of felt like they had this movie in the back burner, and for it to be, it's been like almost 2 years since we haven't seen a Marvel movie, and for this to be the Marvel movie we see, it was just like another Marvel movie.
So did you put it like in the low tier? I forgot.
I would put it at the low mid.
Low mid. Okay.
Low mid. Like I'm not like the action was good. Like the story was good. Like I wasn't bored watching the movie. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't like everything. It had all the pieces that were good, but it didn't stick the landing. Yeah, for what I wanted for the movie.
Yeah, I gave it mid.
Yeah, what would you rate it?
Definitely mid tier. Mid tier for me, because I enjoyed the movie. If I enjoyed the movie and I was like up for it,
yeah, that's all you really want in the movie, just to enjoy it. Like it was good.
But I do see that what you were talking about Taskmaster. I was like, Taskmaster, like, is that even the right backstory behind him? It's
a dude, one, and two, the way she was copying people's abilities was like a computer chip. Like they put a computer chip in the back of her head for her to copy. Like they literally, that wasn't Taskmaster pretty much. Like it was only Taskmaster from like the way the design looked. That was the only way it was like everything else wasn't Taskmaster. And I'm not saying Taskmaster is like the greatest villain, like my favorite Marvel movie, like my favorite character. Like no, like, but if you're gonna switch all those things up, at least I'm not saying at least do it for a reason, but at least stick the landing on like the way you changed the character. Like I don't feel like we're ever gonna see Taskmaster ever again. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like they kind of use, I would say, in my personal opinion, they kind of use Taskmaster in the trailer just to get people to kind of go see the movie. Obviously,
like if they were gonna bring in like a female role, they should bring in actual female villains though. Like there's plenty to pick from.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but yeah, so whatever. It's whatever, you know. But
the fact that they I see what you're saying. The fact that they made Taskmaster just a girl just to be in a couple of scenes and not really do much is like, it's kind of a waste of a character when they can just bring out a whole female character that can be 10 times better in the movie.
Like imagine if, well, obviously that wouldn't make sense, but if either they were like the head guard. Because you know how some of the guards kind of had like the same type of armor-esque look? Yeah. So if it was like the head guard that trained all the Black Widows, like that would have made more sense. Or if it was like, oh, like, yes, she survived the fire and I made her into a Black Widow or something like that. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. Just they could have done something else, and what they did, it didn't hit for me at all. Like this was definitely a wasted Marvel
It
character.
was more like a robot version of Taskmaster too, because like legit, the only thing it was focused on was on the task. Like, it beat up. It was kind of stupid because in the first fight scene, it would beat up Black Widow, then it would turn around and just walk to the device that like Black Widow doesn't exist. Like, the girl's still behind you. She's gonna do something. You know what I mean? You don't just walk away from a fight.
Yeah. But I'm honestly looking. The next couple of Marvel movies are gonna be very important in my opinion, just because I don't know how I feel about Marvel right now after Endgame, because I didn't really like Far From Home. In my opinion, I still don't feel like their Spider-Man is hitting. In my opinion, I like
the first one.
I did like the first one, especially more than Far From Home, but it still feels like every movie he has a crutch. Yeah. So the first movie, he had the crutch of Iron Man. You know what I mean? The second movie, he has the crutch of pretty much being after Endgame. So he has to deal with the death of Iron Man. Even in the movie, they say, yo, how can I be the next Tony Stark or whatever? But you're still not fully Spider-Man either. So, and in the third movie, it's gonna be Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire coming back. So he's still not gonna fully be Spider-Man.
Yeah, I don't know. With the Spider-Man movies, I feel like when I was watching it too, like especially the second one, I felt like I was just going through the motions of watching the movie. I was like, okay, this happened. I didn't really like. It didn't like Toby. I don't know. The only Spider-Man that's ever got me on the screen, I'm like, Toby, bro. Toby's the only one that's ever did that for me.
Still, my favorite Spider-Man movie is still Spider-Man 2. Like Spider-Man 2 is the best Spider-Man movie in my opinion. But yeah, I still feel like it's not like the actor does a good job. Like he's out of all the Spider-Man that came before him, he's the youngest, so he looks like a kid. Like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But yeah, I feel like his best performance so far was in Civil War. In my personal opinion, I liked him way more in Civil War than I did in his two movies, and he's about to have a third one, and he's still not fully Spider-Man in my opinion.
So what would you say that's holding him back from being the actual Spider-Man? Like, what's missing?
It's the fact that everything that happens to him is connected to the Avengers. Even the first movie, what was it? Vulture, the villain for the first movie, was what's it called? Like like he became a villain because of Tony Stark.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Same with the second movie. I forget his name. Mysterio was a villain because of Tony Stark.
Yeah.
So it's like, it just feels like I want him to be on his own. Have him have his own stories and his own, like, I don't know. I just want him to have his own thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he still hasn't have his own thing, and he's not gonna get it either in the next movie because Toby and them are popping up.
Yeah. You think Venom's gonna be a part of that world? That aspect of the world?
I think it is, just because the first one made so much money. If the first one was a flop, they probably would have dubbed it. But the first one actually made a lot of money. So that's why they're making a sequel with Carnage. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna set something up in the end credit scene of the second one.
You think like that character's end up gonna be like, because he's kind of like a hero now. You think he's gonna turn bad somehow?
I don't think he is a hero. I think there's a difference between being a hero and an anti-hero. Yes, he stopped somebody from like causing an invasion, but he still kills people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know how they got connected, because the whole thing about Venom and the symbiote is that it was on Spider-Man first. So when it went to somebody else, it had a hatred for its original owner. You know what I mean? So I don't know how they're gonna do that, but yeah.
Because I was thinking the way how they would take that route was like in the next movie or so, like he was just gonna go bad. Like something's gonna happen at the end of the movie, and this is gonna fuck him up. And then that's how you fuck the villain.
I could see something like the symbiote leaves him, and then somehow attaches to Spider-Man in the next movie with Tobey in them, because it's like a multiverse movie, and then like so he has like a black suit or whatever, he has the Venom suit for at least a movie, and then the next movie like he rejects it, and then it goes back to him and he's like, yo, we gotta kill him, because in the first Venom movie he wasn't like web slinging or anything, like he didn't you know what I mean, he didn't have the giant spider on his chest. Like there's certain things that he's missing from fully being Venom. Yeah,
that's true.
But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about that. I'm feeling the Marvel fatigue, honestly, and there's a formula that Marvel is doing that I feel like is not hitting anymore as much as it used to.
I low key kind of wanted to die down for a little while, because I feel like Marvel movies are taking attention from other movies. Like I feel,
but it did it not? It's 2 years. There hasn't been a movie out.
Yeah,
I think it has to do with the internal, like some of the directors, like a lot of directors, actually say like bro, I barely have any control on this movie. That's why at least every other Marvel movie has like a different director, but none of them can actually do their own thing because they have to connect it to the universe. So some of it has to have a crazy third half of the movie where explosions and shit. It has to have funny dialogue. It has to have like certain things that it hits that I feel like it's not hitting anymore.
Yeah.
But it's not like I can compare it to any other superhero franchise. Like DC still doesn't know what they're doing with their series. So obviously Marvel's gonna just keep on doing what makes them money. But I just feel like they have to switch it up.
Yeah.
That's just how I feel. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the next Marvel movie, Shang-Chi. But I feel like it's going to still hit the certain marks that I'm not looking forward to, in my opinion. Even though
I wasn't really excited about that.
The reason why I'm excited about it is because it has nothing to do with anything that came before it. So it's not like we're gonna see Thanos pop up at the end credit, like, you know what I mean? It's not like we're gonna see any of that stupid shit. It's just gonna be its own movie, and we're just gonna watch it for what it is, explaining a whole new character, its whole new background. It's not like we're gonna see Captain America pop up, Iron Man pop up. Like he's gonna have his own movie explaining everything. And on top of that, we're gonna actually get the real Mandarin versus Iron Man 3, where it was just like a white dude.
Mm-hmm.
You know, which I'm actually looking forward to that. But yeah. So yeah, that's what I mean by the next couple of Marvel movies. They have in my personal opinion, obviously not to like the general audience, but in my personal opinion, it has a hurdle it has to get over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know how long this train's gonna keep on going after Cap and Iron Man left and Thanos left. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know how much weight Kang can hold weight in the fucking Marvel universe.
I hear you on that.
So yeah. Speaking of super
glamour of wearing diamonds. Diamonds bring status, elegance, and prestige. Their brilliance makes